My sister called me jealous of her perfect husband, so I showed her the texts he's been sending me. For 3 years, I watched Danny parade her marriage like a trophy. Every family dinner became a performance. Bryce bought her a car. Bryce surprised her with weekend trips. Bryce was partner track at his firm while still finding time to cook gourmet meals. "You'll understand when you find someone," she'd say, squeezing my hand with theatrical sympathy. I'd smile and nod while our mother beamed at her golden child. The text started 6 months ago, innocent at first. Bryce asking about book recommendations, then compliments about my photography, then late-night messages about how marriage wasn't what he expected. "Danny doesn't really see me," he wrote at 2 a.m. "You're different." I stopped responding, changed the subject, told him to talk to his wife. He escalated anyway. Photos of hotel rooms on business trips. Wish he were here instead. Detailed fantasies about what he'd do if I gave him a chance. Screenshots of fights with Danny where he painted himself as the victim. When I didn't engage, he got nastier. "Playing hard to get? Your sister's boring in bed anyway." I saved everything. Not because I wanted to use it, but because I knew no one would believe me otherwise. Last month at Easter, Danny cornered me in the kitchen while everyone else was outside. She'd had too much wine and her mask had slipped. "You know what your problem is?" she said. "You're bitter. You can't stand seeing me happy because your life is so pathetic." I dried the dish in my hand slowly. "I have a good life. Do you?" She laughed. "Still renting that studio? Still working retail? Meanwhile, I have everything. A gorgeous husband who worships me, a house, respect." "He does seem devoted," I said carefully. "I see how you look at him," she hissed, "like you're waiting for something to go wrong, but it won't." Bryce chose me. That's when I pulled out my phone. I didn't want to do it this way. I'd hoped Bryce would stop, or that Danny would see through him on her own. But watching her use her marriage as a weapon to belittle me crossed a line. "Read these," I said, handing her the phone. Her face transformed as she scrolled. Confusion gave way to recognition, then horror. Her hands started shaking by the 3rd message. By the 10th, she'd gone completely pale. "When?" she whispered. "6 months. Why didn't you tell me? Would you have believed me?" I asked. "Or would you have called me jealous?" She had no answer for that. I watched her read every message. The progression from friendly to inappropriate to vile. The photos, the late-night confessions, his complaints about their intimacy. When she finished, she set the phone down carefully. "I need to go home," she said. "Do you want me to come with you?" She looked at me then with something I'd never seen before, genuine humility. "No, I need to do this alone." She left without saying goodbye to anyone. I made excuses about a migraine. The family group chat exploded that night. Danny had confronted Bryce with the evidence. He'd tried every excuse. I'd misunderstood. I was obsessed with him. I'd doctored the messages. But she'd checked his phone and found drafts he'd never sent. Worse ones. She filed for divorce the next morning. Our parents were devastated. Bryce was so perfect, so attentive. Surely their daughter had overreacted. Danny sent them the screenshots. The family dinners stopped after that. Bryce hired an expensive lawyer and tried to paint Danny as unstable. She hired a better one. 3 months later, it was finalized. She got the house and enough assets to start over. We met for coffee last week. First time since Easter. "I'm sorry," she said, "for everything I said, for not believing you would have told me. I know. I spent so long performing the perfect marriage that I forgot to actually look at it," she continued. "I was so busy proving I'd won that I didn't notice I'd lost." She's living in the house now, alone, started a garden, adopted a dog, stopped posting on social media entirely. Last night, she texted me a photo of her first tomatoes. "Not as impressive as a husband," she wrote, "but at least they're honest." I replied with a heart. It's not forgiveness yet, but it's a start.